Okay, welcome back everyone. In this video we're going to be talking about some of the wave phenomena that we discussed for chapter 13 that also applies to sound waves. So in this video I'm really not going to write a whole lot. I'm just going to show you some things from this PhET simulation. So we're going to start with reflection. So of course reflection is when waves hit a barrier and bounce off of it. So if we take a look at this, when the waves hit the barrier, they reflect, and so you can see them kind of spreading out. Now, like we talked about in class, the way that waves reflect, this is the Slinky lab by the way, when you go from more dense to less dense, then the wave is not going to flip, but when you go from less dense to more dense, then the wave will flip. We can also look at interference, and interference is when waves from two sources arrive in the same place at the same time. So this guy is just trying to experience the sound waves, but I think what's more interesting is the pattern that these make. So I'll let this play. And what you'll see after a while is that there's these gray lines. Now these gray lines, they represent nodes. So in other words, they're locations where there's no air pressure. Or in other words, the crest from one wave is canceling with the trough from the other, or vice versa, the trough from the first and the crest from the second. And all along these lines, there's no interference, or there's no wave amplitude. Now, the location of the very bright light and dark that's alternating, well, those are like your antinodes. So sound can definitely interfere as well. And we'll be investigating this a little bit more with a short applet. And of course, sound can also refract as it goes from one medium to another. And I don't think this one really shows that, but one thing that you can see with this is how the amplitude of the sound inside of this box will decrease if we pump the air out. So if we take the air out, so basically we have less vibration, less amplitude, and eventually we're going to have nothing. And so this is now a vacuum. Okay, well this was just a very short video to remind you that some of the phenomena that we talked about for waves also apply to sound. So that's it for now.